Alright, I probably should say it verbally. I'm using the B700 Nikon camera. It's 30 times optical, 60 times digital. I'm approximately 6.5 feet, 7 feet off the water. Um, so I'm not really that high up. Also, you see I've got my camera set real low. And this next part does match my observation of the boat coming in the viewfinder. You'll see I'm showing this boat right here. I think it's this boat. Could be another boat. But it's very similar. Again, these optical effects that I'm going to show you here um, is what I think, in my opinion, causes some of the displacement. It's not that it's, again, it's not that it's pulling anything up over a curve. It's just displacing the objects higher because of a band of optic um, distortion, um, even possibly some magnification going on in there. But there's definitely some mirroring and heavy distortion that occurs in this one zone. And I'll pick it out and show you which area that I'm talking about. But I notice on some of my older videos how these boats can get on one particular water line and just drive that same water line and ride that same water line and just get smaller and smaller and smaller, which I know that I'm getting the opposite effect. Instead of getting displaced upward, it's getting displaced downward due to compression of the horizon. But if it can happen downward, it can also happen as far as displacement. It can happen upward too, which will give you the impression of concavity, where I'm kind of, I look at concavity as a possibility, but it would have to be, it would be so small, it would be very, very undetectable on a large surface. And that's why, in our realm that we see, it is flat. Um, we don't see curvature. We don't feel spin of Earth or any of that other crap that we've been taught throughout our whole life, indoctrinated into this belief. Now, right here, just above the guy's head in the boat, you'll see this band occurring, and within this band, I can call this the optical illusion band, the mirroring band, the ether band. Gotcha, Travis. But right here is that band, and that is also what's causing this displacement. And this band is not evenly spaced throughout the horizon. It does dip, and then of course you can see objects way, way out on the horizon that, again, a lot of days you would not see due to the haze, due to the illumination of the horizon, how it gets illuminated, and you cannot see past that illumination, or the fog, the haze. A lot of times you cannot see past that. But this particular day, there was enough light being cut out, and then there's another object up there. I try to pick out some of them for you. And then to the right over there, there's the Bayport bird rack. But these boats right here, this boat here is just leaving out in front of me, while this boat in the farther background is coming toward me. And you can even see the birds land out there. And a lot of times, like I say, the birds give it away, because they really do show you that they're really sitting in the water. They're being obscured by the angle of resolution. They're so, they're level to the water. they're small and it's hard to actually see their whole bodies because they're getting cut off by little waves. There's another little boat way out there being obscured and being distortion. Distortion is always an issue. And you see how this band is playing a role, this band of illusion, mirroring band. And I can say it's kind of mirroring too, because if you watch and you look at some of these channel markers, you'll see that they are being stretched up, or if there's birds in there, they're kind of being stretched around. And you could call that towering too. There is towering, there's compression. All these optical effects do play a role in how we see and what we see and how far we see. Again, it's not just visibility limits, but the visibility limits dictate your angular resolution limits. I've said this in the past, and again, here's that red pontoon boat out there, and he's in a thinner band now. Look at the band; it got thinner out there. It's not as wide, so it does change due to the angle of light that's being displayed on the water or reflected off the water. I'm always talking about it's a reflection of light. Light actually can distort objects too. You have heat distortion, and you can also have light distortion. Take a big shiny bright object, set it out there, and have the light shining off of it. You will see that it gets distorted. Anything bright can be distorted. If it's reflecting light, then it can be distorted by that light. And again, you see the halfway marker out there with water going well beyond. I don't think it's quite as high as it appears to be. But again, that's my opinion. After doing so many of these observational videos, I find that this horizon can be raised a little higher than normal, and also mainly compressed more than normal. In other words, it gets compressed more than raised, because this is very, very seldomly do I get some of these optical effects that I've got this particular day. And I love this day, and that's why I wanted to share more of the video. I did share some of this in the past. I think I shared the part with the red pontoon boat. But after watching this um, these videos several times now, and really paying attention to these effects, these optical effects, it kind of helps me get more of a grasp on how to explain them and make them a little bit more understandable. But again, it's up to you as the viewer to look for yourself and come up with your own conclusions. I can just give you my opinion of them. Now, if you think that all of that horizon is being lifted up from beyond a curve and set out flat in front of you, then I think you better back up and reassess your um, ability of thinking and processing thoughts in your own mind, because this is not possible. I've tried it many times to pull something up from behind a little hill and just cannot get it. And again, here this red pontoon boat is in that band, that distortion band, that mirroring band, the ether band. Again, whatever you want to call it, you can start seeing this illusion occurring. And again, I'm going to stop this video and start a new part. Um, I'm trying to make these small and short. All right, thanks for watching.